guys, today's video is all about totally underrated makeup products that I just don't hear that many people talk about, but I think that they just deserve more hype. So hopefully throughout this video you can discover some new products that you maybe haven't heard that much about. The first thing I want to mention is, especially for my combo and oily skinned peeps out there, this is the Body Shop Seaweed Oil Control Gel Cream. This is so good. It is a really jelly-like lightweight moisturizer that has kind of a mattifying effect as well. I love it. It sits so well under makeup and it just helps kind of control the oils a little bit while also hydrating my skin, and it leaves zero like residue or greasy feeling at all. Next, I want to talk about foundations, and this next one will be no surprise if you've been watching my channel for a while. This is the Stellar Beauty Limitless foundation. I have the shade SO1, and this is amazing. I think if you have any skin type possible, you will love this foundation. It's a runny foundation, but it kind of feels like gel as it's setting down on the skin. It just makes your skin feel plump and awake, but just super smooth. I find that this is one that I can always count on when I'm having like a bad skin day, especially in terms of like texture. And even though I have oily skin and this is not really super oil controlling, I just find that it wears well. Like even when I do get oily, it doesn't like separate or do anything crazy. I ordered this from Sephora online because my store doesn't stock it, so that might also be the case for you, but it's one of my favorite foundations ever. The next foundation is the Almay TLC Truly Lasting Color Foundation. I have the shade 140 Buff. This is also one that I think is pretty old, and maybe that's why really no one talks about it. This is so good. I find it kind of like a combination of the Double Wear and the Fenty Beauty foundation. It kind of has the runniness of the Fenty foundation, but it has the oil control of the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It is good coverage, it is super amazing oil control, and it's from the drugstore, so it's a little bit cheaper, although Almay tends to be like on the pricier side of the drugstore. But anyway, if you have combo oily skin, I would totally give this one a try. And this disaster right here is the MAC Matchmaster foundation. This has SPF 15, and I have the shade 1.0. This is supposed to be like a match your skin kind of foundation, although I don't really notice that it does that great of a job at matching my skin tone. It is a little bit too dark for me. However, the formula of this is amazing. It is matte, it is long wearing. If you have foundation that just never looks right on your nose for some reason, like I do, this is genius. And as you can see, I probably gone through more than half of this bottle, and it is not the first bottle that I've purchased. This concealer has been getting more hype recently. I think that Clinique actually launched a campaign very recently and has some influencers endorsing this product, as well as the foundation that kind of goes with it. But I've been using this for much longer than that, and I'm not one of the influencers that is working on this campaign. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. I love this. I've been telling you guys. I think especially if you have like drier under eyes, this is probably best suited for you, but I don't have particularly dry under eyes and I just love the way it looks. You literally need the smallest amount. Like I'm talking like so small that you wouldn't even think it was possible, and it spreads and glides so seamlessly. It gives like a really nice and natural finish, kind of like medium coverage. Like it's not super crazy coverage, but I just love it. And I have the shade Very Fair 02, which is really good for my skin tone, which kind of surprises me because Clinique usually does not have good like foundation and concealer shades. Are always too dark and too orange for me, but this Fair 02 is actually fair. This is a powder that I don't see many people use. This is the Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder, and this is a loose powder that has a little bit of a tint to it, but it's very universal. Like I feel like a lot of people could wear it because it is so sheer, and you probably won't even really be able to see, but it actually has like a really beautiful like sheeny kind of shimmer to it that like when the sun hits it, like you just look like you have a sunset on your face. Like it's so beautiful and so finely milled and soft. Some other highlighter products that I have, this is the Clinique Chubby Stick Highlighter, and I think they only have, I could be wrong, but I think they only have this one shade. This is so pretty. It's a little bit on the pink side, but it's just so natural and sheeny and glowy, and honestly, you just can't go wrong. This is like a sample size, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I got it as like a 100-point perk or something. I could be wrong. I don't think this is the full size though, and I've had it for so long and it's lasted me, like, I've used it so many times. This is another highlighting product. This is the Josie Maran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizer. So this is kind of like a liquid highlighter. I'm speechless. I'm honestly, it's making me speechless how beautiful and glowy this is. And I think that it works really well just kind of under makeup to shine through a little bit, but also mixed in with like a moisturizer, a tinted moisturizer, or even your kind of natural looking foundation, just to give you like super beautiful glow. And the last highlighter that I want to talk about is the MAC Cream Color Base in the shade Pearl. This is one of my daily highlighters that I use. I just kind of put a little bit on my finger and just tap it on my cheekbones. And it, again, this is so natural. Like if you're looking for a very natural highlight that doesn't have shimmer or glitter or anything in it and just doesn't look over the top, I would totally recommend picking this up. By the way, if you're wondering what all this is, I was trying to get swatches off my arm and they ain't going nowhere. Okay, moving on to some cheek products. This first one is a Covergirl bronzer in the shade, I think it's Copper Radiance. I could be wrong though. This is so beautiful on the skin. It is one of the most natural bronzers that I've ever used. Do feel like it would be a really beautiful highlighter if you have medium to deep skin, but if you have a fair to light skin, I think that this would just be, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Like it just gives this lovely almost metallic sheen, and when it's on the cheeks, it's just like. And I also wanted to mention this Milani Illuminating Face Powder. Same kind of deal, where I feel like it could be a highlighter for people with medium to deep skin, but it's just like a really beautiful blush, bronzer, and highlighter for me. I'm not wearing it today, although if I had a brush, let's just put a little bit on. You might not really be able to see it. It's pretty sheer, but it's so gorgeous and natural and sheeny without any glitter or shimmer. And last but not least, I want to talk about these e.l.f. brow gels. These are my holy grail, never fail brow gels. They do have a tint to them, so I do have the light and the medium. Yeah, light and medium. And I love them both. This one gives me more definition, obviously. This one is kind of more of a natural, sheerer brow gel, but they hold your brows in place literally longer than anything that I've ever tried, and it looks so good. They really give you that microbladed look without looking clumpy. Although I do have to warn you, you do have to wipe a little bit of the excess off before you apply, or else they can look clumpy. But once you wipe off the excess, they're so good and so cheap. Anyway, those are my favorite underrated products. So please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You can always subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and leave a comment down below your favorite underrated makeup or beauty product. Would love to try new things. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video, which will be very soon. Bye.